And the kids are in front of the sign to Biola University where the rally was. This was a unique picture, painted on the side of the wall to look as if Jesus was coming on out of that building towards us. And of course we knew that Jesus was with us the whole time. There were lots of opportunities for us to share the fact that Jesus was protecting us. We went with the rally to Disneyland on the trip The Pirates of the Caribbean. The animated characters.
Oh, yeah.
There's Scott, the smiling boy, with Ellen Schroeder's youngest daughter. Is that Terry?
Yeah, that's Terry.
And Jodine Britton was there.
Terry? Hey, I guess that. Oh, hello. My name is Mrs. Khan.
Here's on the boat tour through the jungle.
This is pretty.
The snake and the water buffalo. The saxophone band that stopped to play especially for us. Later in the day we met with Al Zahn, talked about recording an album. There's some of the band. Later that night then we went to see the Electric Parade. Here it is. More of the parade. We really like the beautiful costumes. Here's the Pudells watching with us. It's getting pretty late at night. Peter Pan.
Wait.
Katie and Scott.
Are you ready?
Or Mark. Alright, here's the motel we stayed in when we were in LA. You can see it was a nice hotel. This is Las Vegas as we drove through. As you can tell by this time of night, I'm getting tired of putting these pictures up. Through Las Vegas, and this was in Utah.
Yeah.
We made it a long way that day.
Sure did. Hey, that's nice.
The wind was really blowing hard off the foothills. We made it up to a nice camp spot, about 100 miles south of Salt Lake City, nestled in between two mountains. The next day we tried to make it up through one of those mountain passes, but the picture fell over and we couldn't make it up there. Actually what happened was we got about halfway up and the car overheated. Happened to overheat right where a bunch of cattle were. We made it about 3/4 of the way up the hill, up the mountain, and it overheated again. So we had to stop and let it cool down, and this is where we had our dinner. We had lunch here. This, you can see the switchback looking all the way across the mountains from that same place.
Getting out of the car.
That's Uncle Denny.
Oh.
Later that day we made it up to Denny and Mary Ann's, and then the next morning as we were taking off, here's Denny taking his cats out of our car.
Mom, are you putting things in your grab bag?
Grandma and Grandpa were with us again, but it gets pretty tiring riding in the car for a long time,
Dude, that's not her leg.
as you can tell. Sister Lee and Brother Marg. We cut through the northwest corner of Yellowstone this time. This is what it looked like.
Yep. Right. And it looks like made out of a rock. It's a building.
We went across Montana, stopped at a gas station along the way. Katie was doing a song and dance here with Grandma.
I wish you did song and dance.
At night, we camped somewhere in Wyoming. We had it down to a T, as you can see. Laura was up on top, unpacking the car top carrier. She had her professional unpacking stance here. When we made it to Rapid City in the Black Hills, we found some caves to explore. Grandma bonked her head on the way down, though. That's what Scott says here. We also visited Mount Rushmore. That's inside the, this is inside the visitor center. Here are the girls. The sun was setting on Mount Rushmore. Indeed, it was getting pretty dark.
There.
The sun was setting, and so was the picture. So it was time to go back to the campground and go to sleep.
We went and then the kids played.
The next day we drove through the Badlands. This was one of the most worthwhile trips that we had.
Yeah.
The color was marvelous. And Katie thought so too.
Lincoln very much appeals to me. I found some quotations that I thought would make it come more alive for an audience, and that gave me the idea of using the speaker. I would think Mr. Copeland concluded that any person
She was into posing.
should have some kind of humane aspect.
It's that closing doll.
The next day we got home. It was Dad's birthday, and boy was he surprised when he found his favorite cake. Of course, you have to blow out the candles. 1, 2, 3. And I got them all. Oh, and there, Scott was helping me too. Well, Jesus gave us a wonderful vacation. We have